What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking, John? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let everybody pour in. What up, Lou? What's cracking? What up, Zay in the house? Where everybody watching from? Well, we got Ireland in the house. We got Tennessee in the house. Look, I like to be spontaneous, you know? Like, I like to be spontaneous. I'm checking out who got their notifications on. I'm doing a notification check. I want to see my real ones, you know? I'm not too big on fake love, you know? We got Tampa in the house. We got Cali in the house. We got Fayetteville in the house. Kansas in the house. Florida. We got Charlotte. Hey, my people in Charlotte, man. Look, man. Y'all represent for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Y'all go ahead. Smash that like button on y'all way in. You know, it's just like wiping your feet off before you walk in somebody's crib. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know it's going to be another real one. I got a long one for y'all tonight. No pun intended. This is going to be a good one, though. Look, man, I missed y'all. I got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, man. A lot of dope activities going on, and we're gonna continue this thing. So I'm gonna have another like 2 or 3 videos for y'all tomorrow and the day after that. So we back on. I just be having to handle business. Y'all ready for this? Go ahead, put those fire emojis in here. Put those 9s and them fire emojis in here if y'all ready. Got my kombucha. From Indianapolis, okay. I see you, Sharp. I can't see the full name. Oh, Conception, I appreciate you, Alright, bet. Look like we ready. In this house. Look, I just put this one together today. But I had these clips for a little bit now. Let's get it.
What they don't tell you about the Social Security number, part 2. Hey, this one gonna be real heavy, so I need y'all to share this one out. You see these? You see these cows? They're all tagged with the number. You know, sort of like how humans are tagged with the Social Security number. And notice, they call them livestock. So let's look up the etymology of livestock real quick. Livestock is defined as domestic animals kept for use or profit. So in part 1, I proved to you how U.S. citizens are collateralized debt slaves for the U.S. national debt. So in this video, I'm going to show you how they've slowly been indoctrinating us into all these animal terms and how they really view us for use and for profit. So one of the most commonly used innocent words that we say every day is this word kid. And as you see, a kid is defined as a young goat. And I'm not talking about the greatest of all time. Now this word might get me in trouble because you know how they're ultra sensitive about this word nowadays. But let's see what this is really defined as. Pertaining to a cow. Now keep in mind and remember, we're talking about livestock. So since this word is pertaining to a cow, that's why they use terminology such as herd immunity. Again, dealing with livestock. So I've been locked up before, and I know from firsthand experience, whenever you have to go to court while you're locked up, they chain you together with a group of men, they take you to the courtroom, and they have you waiting beneath the courtroom in a cold ass room. You know, sort of like how they keep meat in a freezer. And in law, this place is called hell. So hell is really cold, although people think it's hot. Hell in law is defined as the name formerly given to a place under the executor's chamber where the king's debtors were confined. Now remember, we're dealing with Social Security debt slavery. So when we look at Exchequer, that department of the English government which has charge of the collection of the national revenue, the Treasury Department, which is now the IRS. This gives further credence to why all cases in law today are tax cases. It's a tax issue. Because again, we're dealing with debt slavery. And why in all cases you must be bonded. Which is again why prisoners are chained together like cattle waiting to be sold to whoever they have to pay the debt to. Mind you, this is going around you every day that you just don't know about, but it's really happening. Book reference. While many people innocently apply for the Social Security number, little are they aware of the debtor status that is attached to it. This debtor status can be found at 20 CFR 422.104. Persons eligible for Social Security number assignment We can assign you a social security number if you meet the evidence requirement in section 422.107 and you are a United States citizen. You means an individual who owes a debt to the United States within the scope of this subpart. So that means as a U.S. citizen via the social security number, you are held as liable for this debt at birth. So the people are being farmed like livestock for the national debt. And this is what they don't tell you about social security number. Peace.
And this is why they don't want you niggas to read. I'm just gonna be real with you. And I'm not just saying that for colored folks. I'm saying that for all us folks that you see us out here, our community struggling and shit. Because there's different subsections of different communities that struggle just like us, y'all. Real talk. It's more than just a color thing at this point. It's an economic thing too as well. You see the way that certain people are handling us. Our own people are handling us the wrong way. You see they're not standing up for their brothers and stuff like that. It's because they're ran by money. But you got to understand the system before you start speaking out against it, like Social Security and all that other stuff. Now that we know what it is, what's up? You said I sound far? I'm up. You said it's not plugged in? Ain't nothing changed, man. Just in case. Hey, man, they might be throttling my sound. Can y'all hear me? I mean, it's showing up on my thing. Yo, yo, yo. Alright, bet.
This man's name is Russell Cameron on TikTok, and he literally does science experiments on food, and I'm not sure if this is real or not, but this food is moving. Like, what the hell?
Absolutely not. That's what that is.
Hydration and calming atmosphere is essential for the health and well-being of this wonderful specimen.
I'm kind of like mentally mind-boggled right
strong.
now.
You are eternal.
Nigga, not the moving Twinkie though.
And grow strong.
Not the Twinkie.
If we can produce millions of lab bananas, 2023 could be an amazing year. What could go wrong?
Nigga, if we get to the point where we gotta catch and kill our bananas, I don't even want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they messing our planet up, man.
If we can...
Like, my mind is twisted right now watching this.
Can we all agree baby lab sushi is delightful and precious? Good morning. Did you all sleep well?
I ain't gonna sleep well after this.
On his page, because I felt as though this creeped me out, so I wanted to creep y'all out with this, because I wasn't just about to see this by myself. Like, what the fuck is
I
this?
do? Any suggestions?
Yeah, that shit look crazy though. Entertaining.
Is the worst of Joe Biden.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Are you at all concerned, as Trump said, that we cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself?
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
Be right, gaming.
No matter what. We know what has to be done. Just act like a president. That's a stupid way to say it.
You know,
I guess,
Donald
but
Trump
I
was
really
asked
wish
on.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, probably best I don't. And in addition to that, we have to make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken enough on it. I don't know. It's like watching a yo-yo. I shouldn't have said it that way. It's like watching.
It feels that way. I want to ask. I want.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say nothing. Y'all seen it.
So here's the tea. Abortions are basically about to be illegal again. And from some of the things that I've seen on social media, it looks like they're trying to ban Plan B and IUDs as well. Pussy management needs
Plan
to
B
be
too?
superb, because the dudes that y'all laying with, the sneaky links and all.
Not the Plan Bs though.
All of that, you're more likely to become stuck with them now. Our population is declining, and with the decline of population comes the decline of workers. Y'all kind of see where this is going. The government wants more people so they can have more workers and make more money, forcing you guys or all of us as women to have more babies. The pull-out method is not extremely effective, so be careful of who you're laying with, because the chances of you being stuck with that person are going to be way higher. Y'all stay safe.
I mean, look, some of y'all pull out game ain't. Look, man, if you got 5 kids already, bro, don't be hollering here like your pull out method is like that, because it ain't, bro. Don't be lying to these women out here just to trap them and stuff. And y'all both be miserable for the rest of your life. You know, just tell them if you're weak, bro. If the walls are too good and you just can't pull out that, like, look, it's a good thing to like talk about before y'all go ahead and do that. If you get intimate with somebody, y'all gotta talk about these things. You know, let's get to know each other. Maybe we can stop these accidents.
Balloon satellite program. Watch this thing land. Watch all of this fake smoke. What, did they forget to sweep off the deck? Watch this when it comes down to land. It's all fake, and it's provably fake. And I could show you they're faking everything on the International Space Station. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Anyone that believes this is real is...
I haven't seen that in real time before,
Yeah.
Very interesting.
This is how they launch balloons. Okay, launch satellites. They're all on balloons. They launch satellites on balloons that are bigger than football stadiums. Okay, this is massive, and they want you to. They say there's a helium shortage. There's infinite amount of helium, but they don't want us building airships, because airships are the way people used to travel around the surface of the Earth, not like this. Okay, here's something for you. Here's something.
That's a lot to think about, Dave.
So look at this.
I can 100. Yeah.
East-west circumnavigation has been done billions of times. Billions of people have gone around the world. I could leave New York, I can travel east, go to Europe, go all the way around, come back to California, and I'm home. I can go the other way, which I showed you earlier how east and west work. 0 people have done this. 0. Because you can't. Because the Earth is flat.
Do you think that you will put together a scientific study of your own, where it's like, okay, let's get a plane and let's just fly that way and
Here's
see what
how you
happens?
do it.
Like, have you tried to do that?
Here's how you do it. First, let me show you, because you guys are in Australia. If I want to go from Santiago to Australia, instead of just cutting across the bottom of the ball, which would be the fastest way, you know, FlightAware says just go here, right? Or, you know, go around Antarctica, because we don't want to disturb the penguins, right? So this is how they go. If I want to go to Western Australia, it's worse. The flight goes all the way up here, all the way over to Europe, and all the way down to Dubai, and then here, okay? Why would it do that crazy trip? And the answer is because the Earth is flat. We go up across the United States, Europe, Dubai, and Western Australia. It's a straight line. So how would we prove the Earth is not a ball and flat? Very simple. And we could do it in one day and put this to bed, okay? They tell us the Antarctica is 13,000 miles around. So we get 2 airplanes, we go here, we refuel, and we have people like you, people like me, scientists, doctors, whatever. We have everyone on these 2 planes from both camps, flat Earth camp, you know, scientific camp, whatever, students. And one plane goes clockwise and one plane goes counterclockwise, staying around 1,000 feet so we can see the shoreline, and we just follow the shoreline. 7,000 miles later, that both planes should meet over here about 9 hours later, okay? Plane goes about 500 miles an hour. Boom. meets the planes, but that's not how it works, because the Earth is flat and nobody, the trip is more like 60,000 miles. Captain Cook was the last person to try.
Look, when you want to get deep into that, you know, I always thought about that, like, even before people start saying the Earth was flat. I'm still undecided because it's a lot of moving parts when it comes to something like that, and a lot of things that, you know, it's hard for me to decipher myself. But look, nigga, look flat though. Like, right? No, it look flat.
Where did this take place?
Some of these missions were in our own solar system, on different planets within our solar system, like in Jupiter, the moons of Jupiter, Saturn, on the moons of Saturn. I have memories of actually having combat on these different planets. And on Jupiter in particular, I remember going in and going against what I call the rock men. You know, they have like rock face and rock bodies. They're, you know, just like a reptilian. You know, that's kind of the way I looked at them, as a reptilian. When we fought them, we had to fight them as teams. So they could resist our pulse weapons, our pulse laser weapons, because just like if you had a shield, they could shield themselves and resist it. But if you came around somebody that had a shield from the side or from behind, then they were vulnerable. So we worked on them in teams. And this came over a period of time where we would come against these guys or these, you know.
No, absolutely. I've actually seen these types of extraterrestrials that are from descendants of the Arcturus sector. Very interesting individuals, to say the least.
Fascinating.
But also very resilient.
So that was some of your dissection where you went in and actually, you know, worked on some of those. That's fascinating. So it's kind of verification, you know, that I got something like that you have experienced.
I did. It's unbelievable. You actually had combat with them. It's amazing. Why were we in combat with them?
There's different reasons. You know, the things we see here that are illegal happen in space on a very great level.
Of course.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
Weapons trafficking. Although we're getting to the point where our technology is so advanced, a lot of the ET races are actually buying our technology because we've advanced so much with it, and we do such a great job with it. We're very resourceful, we're very creative with our information, and they love that. But there's still weapons trafficking, human trafficking, weapons trafficking. There is still that drug trafficking that goes on, and that is part of what we're seeing here on a very dark level, very nasty.
It's a very dark level.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to share something with y'all, and I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy, but can somebody tell me what's going on with the sky? I have proof, too. And I'm definitely closing these blinds, because this is top secret. TikTok, this video is fake scripted. So remember that movie Nope, right? Where the UFOs was in the clouds hiding in the sky. Now this is a video in the sky from a month ago when I caught it.
There's a picture right there. So you see the moon is right there, right? And then you see a light right there. And the clouds are only covering this area.
Now this happened during the full moon. Now a couple of days ago, it was another full moon. Now I saw the same light in the sky a couple of days ago. Look.
Y'all, what is that? Tell me. Cause the moon is up there. There go the moon. That's a UFO. And I know I'm not.
Y'all know people who y'all would call celebrities are speaking out, having spiritual awakenings. I need y'all to realize that higher beings are surrounding the earth right now. Now, those two videos that I just showed you, they are either a portal or a UFO. And they're using the clouds to cover it up. So, I tried to do some digging in the astrals. I set some intentions before I went to sleep to know what's going on in the sky or what's going on around our planet. Now, this is where it gets tricky. I go to sleep. I wake up and I'm blue. I'm inside of like a big spaceship or something. They had on jewelry like this and they looked like they was getting ready for battle. I sit up out of my bed and I stand up and I grow like 7, 8, 9 feet tall. I come out of wherever I was sleeping and I see 10 feet tall blue people and regular humans walking around. Everybody looked like they're about to go to battle. I think maybe it might have been astral projectors who were communicating with them. I knew this body was actually asleep. So I go look in the mirror and I look at myself and I'm literally blue and I look like a extraterrestrial. They were telling me to get ready and come on, we gotta go. There's a fight finna happen. So I'ma just leave it at this. This is what I have been going through spiritually, looking at the skies, astral travel-y. So y'all tell me what y'all think, and yeah.
Stay dangerous.
Deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one. Let me finish.
Hold on. Before we go to that, look, I'm going to tell y'all, look, can y'all hear me? I know somebody said this microphone got an echo. It sounds a little different. Look, man, I don't know what's going on with the sound, but as long as y'all can hear me, I mean, we should be straight. It'll get fixed at some point. They might be doing something with my same microphone, same settings. I ain't touching nothing. But y'all never had a dream where you were somewhere else doing something different. So some people was like, oh, you know, she's a liar or whatever. I mean, what you here for then, nigga? Like, you feel me?
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about it.
Hey, I'm not racist.
I think everybody's racist.
It might have been her dream, though.
You said you are racist.
I did. Yeah, I'm trying to be honest. No, I'm not saying it again.
And this is why me and Martin got beef.
And look, that teacher ain't getting canceled. He told them kids for black people, look, we're genetically superior. But that's okay, though. That's okay, but we know that shit is not to be the truth, though. Let's be honest.
My protection again, this video is not real. He said deep down within his heart. You never know what somebody got going on inside of their brain. But at the end of the day, it's not like they didn't tell us or express how they feel. Because Nancy is fighting for her life to be separated from non-ether beings. Y'all gotta realize that these are the grandchildren and children of the beings who are walking around terrorizing 6-year-old black kids who just want to go to school, showing the non-ether babies that they gonna end up in a coffin. Martin, do you see the future? Now, I know you knew what the agenda was, about you integrating us into a burning house. I know you tried to stop, but you was even connected with Malcolm X and seeing what he was talking about before they just assassinated you. Now we know that the foundation of the school system is for a nation of workers, not for a nation of thinkers. Now when kids go to school, they're not learning how to survive or financial literacy or how to believe in themselves, especially the non-ether beings. You don't get taught your true history. Everything is whitewashed. Kids are getting fed mystery meat. The food pyramid is a lie. Your kids are not being taught human rights or laws. I can go on and on why the school system is not right. But Martin, you had to see this coming. You never know who is teaching your children what's going on inside of their prejudice mind. Martin, I'm gonna need you to reincarnate back here and fix this. Y'all stay dangerous. Now I got more to say, but this account one got my nerves be shaky. I might wake up and my account is just gone. So if you want this full video, go to my YouTube.
You don't find that suspicious?
This is too funny.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
And this man is here. Where is he? He's here. And then he's here as well. My favorite one is this lady who's in front of Tao, who is behind Tao, but just doing the same face. They're quite literally doing the same face. I just don't understand. Why didn't they change their costumes? At least take off the accessories, man. Like, what?
Hey, just like, look, man, don't believe everything you think or you see as well. Because, you know, when you look at these shows, a lot of that stuff can be computer generated. Just like in the sitcoms, just like the laughs in the back, those don't be live people. Those be like voices of people that are not even alive. Those are old voices that's laughing. That's creepy, ain't it?
So we just out here having zombie sex people are sick.
Crazy one-night stand stories that'll make you women never want to have a one-night stand. What it do? This is a true story. I read about this a while back, but I saw it here again recently. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So basically, this woman meets a guy on Tinder. She goes on a date with him. Afterwards, she goes back to his place. They have sex. She allows him to ejaculate on her face and chest. After that happens, next day, things cool, but then she notices a rash. She's concerned, so obviously she reaches out to the dude who's the last person she had sex with. Lets him know that she's going to see a doctor. She goes to the doctor. Doctor says you don't have an STD. Sends her to a dermatologist. This is where it gets crazy. Goes to a dermatologist. Dermatologist said there were parasites in the guy's semen who you had sex with. Those parasites can only come from one of two places. Either somebody who has sex with animals or somebody who has sex with corpses. She looks the guy up on Facebook. He works in a morgue.
He works in the morgue. This one got to get played on silent because it got copyrighted. Look, man. We already addressed the mic situation. Switch your mic, nigga. You buy like y'all come here with suggestions and shit, but y'all don't even know what's going on. It ain't that simple. Just to switch your mic. Before y'all come here telling somebody something about their own shit, I know what's going on, right? So I'm not gonna keep addressing that. I'm just gonna start like this, stopping y'all niggas from putting shit in the chat. We already know what's going on. We already addressed that. Okay, I think this is crazy. The audacity of some people. We already addressed it. Why y'all keep talking about it? It's already irritating enough that they messing with the, notifications and everything else like that. Just enjoy the video. If you're not gonna enjoy it, just leave. You're not forced to be here. Yeah, some of these people upgrade your phone or something before you start talking about upgrading, like talking about the microphones and stuff like that. Like, fuck. I'm gonna stand y'all niggas in the corner and I ain't even playing. Say it again. I promise you. But this one is like, you got me away from the point. I'm not even explaining this video right here. Upgrade your phone. It's all love though. But look, this is another look at the chemtrails and stuff, and they turn into clouds, y'all. Look at this. Every day. Every day. Alright, now I can.
We are living in the post-apocalyptic era, and that people in the distant ancient past were far more advanced than us. And before I start, let me explain to you what post-apocalyptic means. Existing or occurring after a catastrophically destructive disaster or apocalypse. Well, for starters, they built amazing architecture that can barely be explained today. Scientists, archaeologists, and researchers sometimes have no idea how they made
Send new mic donation. Hey, fuck y'all.
some of these structures, such as this ancient Indian temple carved from a single rock. You're telling me these people were so primitive that they were sitting there chiseling away, creating all this, and all this, and these beautiful looking pillars inside? They for sure had some kind of ancient technologies and techniques that we don't have. After all, many of our own archaeologists, scientists, and researchers can hardly explain any of this. Don't even get me started on the pyramids of Giza. If you really believe that primitive people took ropes, quarried 4 million megalithic blocks, some of them weighing over 5,000 pounds, bringing them to Giza 500 miles away, and constructing the pyramids of Giza in about 20 years. If you do the calculations and you divide 20 years by 4 million blocks, that's about 1 block every 9 seconds being laid down. And not only that, they also had an outer coating of limestone, and then at the top there was a big old solid gold cornerstone. And there was water underneath the pyramids. Limestone, gold, and water all happens to be amazing conductors of electricity. And no bodies were ever found in the pyramids of Giza. Perhaps they were generators of some sort, kind of like this, powering their ancient cities, before these disastrous post-apocalyptic event happened and wiped everything out. In fact, the ability to concentrate electrical and magnetic energy was discovered by a team of researchers led by scientists from ITMO University in the Russian city of St. Petersburg. There's a lot about our history that we're not being told about, such as this beautiful ancient Indian temple. You're telling me primitive horse and buggy farmers built all this? I have a feeling the interesting design had a practical use to it that we're not really being told the truth about. Possibly something like this, developing an electrical current. In fact, there used to be a science that used to be accepted called ether. Ether in physics, a theoretical universal substance believed during the 19th century to act as the medium for transmission of electromagnetic waves, much as sound waves are transmitted by elastic media such as air. Ether science used to be common knowledge, that there is free energy and currents flowing above the ionosphere, and you can extract this free-flowing energy through methods and techniques such as Tesla towers, which Tesla proved that free energy is a possibility. But 100 years ago, ether science was demonized, because you can't make money with free energy. Another reason I think we're living in the post-apocalyptic era is the worldwide destruction of ancient sites. Look at these ancient buried pillars in Turkey. More destroyed megalithic sites. But yeah guys, what do you think?
You guys still be having them little secret meetings with robes and skulls and all that shit? I heard.
What, like some Illuminati type shit or something?
Yeah, it was like vanilla. Y'all were drinking vanilla.
I don't know nothing about it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe they be having shit behind my back, man. I don't know. You know, they need to let me know though. So.
Like people always have this conspiracy. Now that I'm famous, and people be saying like, "Oh, you're in the Illuminati." Look,
you saw your videos, right? You have videos online, like Cardi B,
YouTube, and it's like, bro, do you know that if I don't work, I could go broke? Do you know if I do or say the wrong thing out of my mouth,
you're out of here.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. Hey, they say a lot without saying too much sometimes.
In 2020.
You know what she mean by out of there, you know, but they broke is the different type of broke than our broke, y'all. Y'all gotta understand that. And we gotta stop coming for, you know, like celebrities and shit. They broke is different than our broke. They broke is being like, you know, I got like a measly 20 million sitting in my bank account. Our shit is immediately, oh yeah, boy, ooh, look. Ooh, I got that $10 to last me to Friday type look. You know what I'm saying? Our broke and they broke completely different. Let's keep it.
I became aware of Diego.com. In 2017, this report says that the United States population is 328 million. And it says by 2025 that the population will be 100 million. Where are 238 million people going? Now at the bottom there's a disclaimer stating that they don't have any connection with the military or any governmental agencies. They also state that this isn't due to death or anything like that. It's just that the world's population will migrate. Places like China, Russia, they'll see population increases. Do you really believe that? What does that mean? 238 million people just gone, poof. Where did they go? I want to know. What do you guys think?
I wonder where they go.
Wake the fuck up.
Map, bro.
Wake up.
Now, peep Old Testament map of ancient America. Hold up. Alright, so peep, right? I had zoomed in.
Wake up. Wake up.
So what if this what it really was, bro? And if anything, right? This would really make sense. You wanna know why? Because what's in this area? Washington, D.C. Oh my God! Listen though, y'all see my account warning. Please click on my Instagram link and follow me on Instagram immediately, bro. Also, look, please donate to the cause to my Cash App because I'm not a part of the Creator Fund. I don't get paid through TikTok because last time I did, they held all my funds. They never paid me. I was dumb sick. Like, I do all this shit for free.
I want y'all to see that for a second, though. I want y'all to really see this. I'll put this video on here very strategically so y'all can see exactly how you're treated once you start to, you don't agree with certain things that are going on and you speak against certain shit. And you can be in the most tactful way, using all the appropriate definitions for everything and breaking it down, and they silence you. One thing they try to do is use against you is money. That's money. Because you know, look, y'all can talk that shit at the end of the day, but if you're gonna be put in a situation where you can't feed your children, I seen some people. We're gonna talk about that Kyrie stuff in here. I just want to I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about that.
Real rap.
This is how they attack you.
Because what happened in the eastern sky, we're at the eastern sky of the Wolf Creek Pass. I'm going to show you really fast what happened. So this came about because we got that thing in their sky. Look, here it is right here. It's over here, and I'm going to show you how many holes. See, this this has more holes than the other one, but look at the clouds are in front of it in the eastern sky at 10 in the morning. Look at it. They're trying to cover it up, but they can't. Look at that, This is wild. See how many holes it has right here as it's rising in the sky? Why does it have more holes now? And you can see as it's going across the sky, here comes the clouds. They're coming in the Calvary. And look, it gets phases like the moon. The moon has a phase. This thing right here has a phase in the sky. This like Nibiru thing.
Crazy.
It does the same thing the moon does, and then it disappears. And then if we come over here, if you
wake up.
There is
in
a
the
world,
industry.
In the industry.
Okay.
You know, when you walk around with the fake face and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure all of you guys can see the resemblance with this comparison alone, but I made a lot more comparisons so you guys can see the resemblance. right here, Takeoff and Tato look exactly alike. This one is in plain sight, man. Like, anybody with eyes can see this one. This one really blows my mind because these two characters look so similar, and nobody really talked about it because Takeoff is not really a big rapper, and neither is Tato. And that's actually a big similarity that they share, because Tato is a part of Glow Gang, and Chief Keef is the face of Glow Gang. So most people know Chief Keef, but not really Tato. And same thing with Takeoff. Takeoff was a part of the Migos, and Quavo is the face of the Migos. So most people just know Quavo and not really Takeoff. So both of these characters are in the same position, you know, they're kind of like secondary characters, you know, they're not as popular as the main characters in their group. So that's actually a big similarity with these two characters. And on top of that, Quavo is Takeoff's uncle, so they're related. And Chief Keef is Tato's cousin, so they're related as well. So that's a very big similarity with these characters. And you guys are going to see when I get to the gematria that there's so many more similarities. So here's some more comparisons of Takeoff and Tato. I'm sure all of you guys can see the resemblance by now. You know, this one is completely undeniable. Like right here, this literally looks like the same exact person. So make sure you guys share this video because this has to be like the most obvious one out of all of my videos. And this video can really spread a lot of awareness to people that don't know about this type of stuff. So make sure you guys drop a like, share, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so we can really get this video to reach more people. But anyways, here's some more comparisons of Takeoff and Tato. They look so much alike. And also a weird thing about Takeoff's death is the fact that his name is Takeoff. So it's in his name, you know, they're gonna take him off the world stage. And also rockets take off, right? And Takeoff died in Houston, Texas. And Texas is home of the Astros. There's so many riddles with his name and his death because NASA has a lot of bases in Houston, and NASA is obviously dealing with aircraft that takes off into the sky. So there's a lot of riddles with his name and his death. You know, you can tell that they've planned this character.
Hey, I'm about to skip this nigga. Like, look, I had to put that in there so y'all can look. I love y'all. I love y'all. Hey, y'all my folks, man. Smash that like button because I was feeling the same way. Like, absolutely not, nigga. No, we not gonna do this today. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. You know, we like theories and stuff on here, but we're gonna keep it funky, y'all. But I wanted y'all to experience that with me. That's the first time I seen that, it just made my bones hurt. So yeah, I'm gonna skip the rest of his shit because he making my bones hurt, y'all. What you trying to say? We all looking like a motherfucker?
What you must understand is, you know, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, rookies, new booties, I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe.
Now, who are we talking about?
We're talking about everyone that's supposed to be dead. Like, it's a... There is
in the industry.
In the industry.
Okay.
You know, when you walk around with the fake face and you know.
Yeah.
Every time he say that.
It's like this is not an industry.
That shit too funny for me.
Have you guys?
Oh, she be having copyrights though. Look, but the shit she want to talk about right here. Look, she talking about a guy. I'm gonna play it though. She talking about a guy that was shooting videos and he was using frequencies to create holes, portals, basically. And in a nutshell, y'all, he's gonna end up disappearing. Nobody hears from him, but it's pretty interesting. I wanted to play this one for y'all, but that got a hell of a copyright. But you know, a girl gonna come through.
Years ago, and I just.
There is revolutionary protesting happening in Haiti right now for the same things that we're going through in America, and we're not doing nothing about it. This is real life today. They're protesting
Stop.
because the cost of living has increased, the lack of jobs, and the basic necessities like clean drinking water. And if ISIS Wisdom wouldn't have pointed out, I probably wouldn't even know what's going on. There are gangs there that are raiding and killing neighborhoods. They have no say-so of who speaks and is in control of the country, because other countries are involved with governing them. As you can see, the sent armed vehicles to fight against gangs, basically the protesters. Because not to mention they're throwing tear gas, 200 plus people have been killed, shot, and bodies even burnt, just from protesting. We're not even going to mention the raids of people being killed in their neighborhoods by these gangs. But the protesters are saying that the gangs who have the guns were given to them by the government. Listen to somebody who was speaking about the issues in Haiti, and out of his own words, he was saying that the government was giving underprivileged people in bad neighborhoods to join the gangs. Ain't that the same situation that's happening to us? No jobs, cost of living going up. Oh, and y'all remember that whole CIA crack controversy? Where they had a war on drugs, but in the 80s, I didn't know anybody who owned crops, land, to grow it, or any planes with guns or drugs, because all of that stuff is flown in. So maybe what the Haitians are saying is happening to them over there is happening to us too. Now I'm about to get more political, but every time when I talk about politics, they want to send me a message. So go to my YouTube so you can see me expose America for the things that they've been doing to other countries and to us.
Hey, y'all go run her YouTube up. Go run her YouTube up. Show some support. That's why. That's another reason why I like to do these. I keep their tags in here so y'all can see. So y'all can go find these people too as well. You know. Go show them some love. If y'all rock.
Take a look at this.
Hi, I'm Jessica Simpson.
Look at her.
Welcome to my.
Look at her. Is that who y'all remember? That right there is crazy. Look like her. The meat is falling off the bones.
What is going on with these celebrities? You remember what Candace Owens says about what's going on in Hollywood? They're killing them. They're seriously killing these celebrities. I guess it's the price that they pay for fame.
Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law or constitution. And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination in the future.
If it's a YouTube video or someone else, but I wound up on this video that was like, world's smartest kid thinks that CERN blew the world up in 2008. All right. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go on this video, right? And I'm watching this video, dude. And it's this young kid. He's like 12, and the motherfucker's talking. You know, you got to invest like 20 minutes into this kid talking about things that are super smart. And it's kind of like to show you he's super smart. You know what I mean? This kid. And his dad's doing the recording, I believe, or a relative, somebody very close to him. And he goes into this whole theory of how he thinks when they collided the electrons, I believe, in the super collider, CERN, that they caused some crazy chain reaction that blew up the universe, but they also they created an atom that weighed too much. And the first 20 minutes is also explaining infinite parallel universes. So what the kid winds up with is this theory of like one atom weighing too much and is that being just enough to shift our universe into a parallel universe. Yeah, this is it right here, dude. So this kid had me fucked up, because after I watched this, everything I saw for months was talking about, like, it would be a news guy on the news like, I don't know what universe I'm in anymore, or it's Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Like everything I saw for like 4 or 5 months after watching this video was like multiverse shit, like shit about multiverses, and it's got me fucked up, Joe.
I hear you. I'm fucked up too now.
Fucked up, man.
Listen, read this paragraph. Look at what it says there. He claims that CERN destroyed the universe during recent experiments, which has resulted in us living in a nearby parallel universe instead.
You're welcome, Eddie.
There's a lot of people online that think this is an explanation for all the Mandela effect things that people keep finding
it goes
online.
into stuff about the Mandela effect, how there's like apparently a bunch of people who think Mandela died in prison,
right?
And like there's and as far as I know, he was released, became president of South America. And that's the universe I'm from, just personally.
Yeah, I ain't gonna sit there with that too long, but parallel universes, that shit get weird.
Did you know Obama was not the first black president? And they made it seem like he was. Because they're always trying to take history from black Americans. I don't know why, but let me put you guys on real quick. This is Joseph Jenkins Roberts. He was born in Virginia and he was president from 1848 to...
I bet you most of y'all didn't know this shit. Y'all didn't know this shit. No, don't be capping in the comments.
1856. This is Stephen Allen Benson. He was born in Maryland, and he was president from 1856 to 1864. So, this is Daniel Warner, and he was born in Maryland, and he was president from 1864 to 1868. This is Edward James Roy, and he's from Ohio, and he was president from 1871, and he was only president for a year because he got overthrown. I'm gonna do a part 2 when it comes to details of all of these presidents. So, this is James Smith, and he's from South Carolina, and he was president from 1871 to 1872. So he was the replacement, I guess. This guy name is Alfred Russell. He was president from 1883 to 1884, and he is from Lexington, Kentucky. I only put Alfred there because he looked a little mixed, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know where his origins is really from, but he looked mixed. This is William D. Coleman. He's also from Kentucky, and he was president from 1896 to 1900. This is Garrison W. Gibson. He was born in Maryland, and he was president from 1900 to 1904. Arthur Barkley is not black American, but he's from the Barbados, which I thought was really interesting, and he was president from 1904 to 1912. So I thought that was pretty cool.
This one ain't gonna have no sound. You said it sound like I'm far away? Yeah, it's gonna have to be like that for the video then. Look. Yeah. That's what they doing now, you know? It's a new tactic. Yeah, it's a lot of copyrights out here in these streets.
Wake the
Now,
fuck
TikTok.
up, sheeple.
Y'all
Here come the
understand
heat.
I'm really the GOAT when it comes to this TikTok shit, bro. I've been stamped on this platform, bro, for doing what I do. If you know, you know. Nizzy Lord is the name, but by the way, I'm about to drop some crazy content, bro, that you haven't seen on here, bro, because I feel like other content creators be trying to ride the wave, you feel me? But peep this shit, though, alright? Y'all know that's a rocket shuttle, right? When is the last time y'all seen a rocket shuttle, bro? And no, I'm not talking about a rocket like this from Elon Musk. I'm not talking about one. or even this. But we gonna get to that real quick. Let me tell y'all something, man. The reason why they don't make man-made shuttles no more for like people that actually go to space, bro, is because they figured out that they really cannot, bro. And the hoax is fucking up. Number one, these SpaceX rockets, bro, they are built to try to penetrate the firmament. We all understand the difference, bro. These are not made for man to be flown in, bro. Now look at this shit. The last space shuttle launch occurred July 8th, 2011, when the shuttle Atlantis took off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, bro. Bro, nobody is going to space, bro. They're not. They try and break through the firmament, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to snap real quick, but I'm mad though, bro. Cause the hoax is up. Now when we realize, bro, that this is a serpent's tongue, this really says Satan, that's why they say -T, we're going to realize we were sheep the whole time. We really gotta wake the fuck up.
You tell me if you think this is a coincidence. Let's take a look at the US dollar. At the bottom of the all-seeing pyramid, you'll see these Roman numerals. When we combine all these numerals, we're left with 1776, the year the Declaration of Independence was introduced. Now, let's look at the base numbers. M equals 1000, C equals 100, and X equals 10. When we add up all the base numbers and then subtract it by 1776, guess what? We're left with 666. Alright, so let's go back and remove the base numbers this time. DC equals 600, LX equals 60, and VI equals 6. When you add all these up, they equal 666. Let's take a look at the Australian $20 note now. You can notice that there is a black figure with numbers on it. This black figure is represented by these numbers. 789 minus 456 equals 333. And then, if we multiply it by the 2, we get 666. Either you'll think I'm a complete tinfoil, or you'll actually realize how strange this is.
It's a lot.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's
As you can see,
said death is irreversible, and the fact that, and this is at her.
well, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London.
Yeah, I heard how he came in. He seemed like he was uncomfortable as a motherfucker.
This is his owned art pieces. Children and red shoes seems dodgy to me. Epstein's art. What's with the red shoes? There's a weird creepy link we've been missing. Satanic cult. Thoughts?
Called the waters below the seas. So we have to understand it. In order to even get outer space, you got to go inner space, which is going into the sea. We're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of creatures and species that we have never came into contact with. Thousands. You know, and then, you know, they haven't even been to the bottom of the ocean.
How deep do you feel like the bottom of the ocean is?
Man, miles and hundreds of miles, man. They be lying. Hundreds of miles. So, for instance, it was a scientist that got killed. He got killed. Look this up. He went to the bottom of the ocean, and he went so far that he hit a part. He went in the ocean and found a lake in the ocean. A lake.
Yeah, remember we seen that.
One of the most amazing things that I had ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planets in the Gulf of Mexico. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. And we went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Coincidentally, a few days after this aired on the television that he had made this discovery, when him and his friend were flying the helicopter, it exploded and he died.
and he couldn't even penetrate the lake. He took pictures of it and stuff, how he couldn't penetrate this lake, but he seen octopus and all type of things swimming in his lake, and he reported it to Congress, and he told the people about it. They ended up killing him. They've been at war with the seas for ages, y'all. They're not only at war with the heavens, because the heavens is the sea. Hashemayim, when you separate the waters from the water. So we have to understand that this whole concept of us going out of space and all of that is a big NASA lie. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you want to get into, go more down that rabbit hole, check this out. Y'all seen the Wakanda movie, right? The Wakanda movie is setting up like to be attacked now from the sky. There's gonna be a galactic watch. There's gonna be a galactic, whatever his name is, he's coming down, and the god that they just fought under the water or whatever, it's all gonna be a big, massive ass war. Watch. They be telling a lot in these movies, but it's all coming to play. We've been watching these videos of the stuff that's been happening under the water, and we see it in a movie. The next one is coming from the sky. What have we been seeing in the skies out here lately? Let's be honest though, real shit. We've been seeing real videos of stuff in the sky. I got some shit for y'all tomorrow. Tune in. Make sure y'all got those notifications on. I got something for y'all tomorrow. It's crazy. Like, you can't hide it anymore.
Y'all know this situation has happened before and y'all still ain't doing nothing about it. Like, are we gonna stand together this time? And for my protection, TikTok, this video is fake. Now let's get into it. This whole time y'all been seeing Kanye speak out about a lot of things. And every time he would speak out in the increments of his MK Ultra, neuropsychiatric hospitals he goes. Every time somebody digs a little deeper within things, they get canceled, fired, their money goes away until they apologize. Let's take it back 50 years and get 2 more examples. Did y'all know Malcolm X was called anti-Semitic too? Pushed in the media by newspaper articles, Malcolm was speaking out, and when he started to dig too, the injustices, the conditions that Afro people has been going through in this country, and also digging in on his own people. Because like I said, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And he stated that his own people tried to take his life multiple times. He was finding out about his leaders' connections with the government and why he can't speak on certain things. Now Kanye said the same thing. They make us bully ourselves because of our business alignments. Nobody on his team, nobody in the NBA want to support him. They all want to talk down on him. I wonder why. Now let's take it farther. Y'all remember the Black Panther Party? Because it seemed like ain't nobody trying to step like them. Trying to upgrade the black community, giving out free health clinics, free food for the kids, education, knowledge about rights for non-ether beings. They even had their own newspaper because they knew what the media was trying to do, portray them as evil people. But you know what's crazy though? They still was dismantled, killed, put in jail, all according to the law and according to the rights of America. One of the Black Panther leaders was assassinated by the US government. They drugged him, walked up in his house and just shot everything. And everybody in there walked out with smiles on their face. FBI program destroys the Panthers, putting false accusations against them and all types of things. Now y'all seeing the same thing that y'all saw 50 years ago, and y'all still trying to be involved with all of this, supporting all of these brands, NFL, NBA, Nike, Adidas, News, CNN, history, education, politics. They gave us a month and a television station that they own. I'm over it, y'all. I'm done. It's getting on my nerves. Do something. Boycott, come together or something. Y'all stay dangerous.
Oh, ya teman-teman. Tuh, oke, saya dapat. Ini Raja Jin. Ya, alhamdulillah saya udah takluk. Harumnya. Oke teman-teman, lanjut makan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kita makan bagian perutnya dulu. Bismillah.
An artificial.
Absolutely not, nigga. Like, that's what you gonna do? You find it. Alright. Let me make this. Is that right? You find a. Is that what we do when we find a gremlin? See, that's why they want to stay hidden, because you niggas is eating them. Just can't stop putting stuff in your mouth, huh? That's crazy. Like, that's what you do. No one, the goblins are scared of us. We the goblins. We eat each other. That shit's crazy. I wouldn't want to come out either.
Heart 50,000 years ago was found in Africa as early as a few years ago. An archaeological team found a human remains in a cave in northern Tunisia. The next scene shocked everyone present. A metal artificial heart was found in the chest of the human remains. It is made of delicate metal parts and something similar to a pump. Even more incredible. Identified. The artificial heart was born 50,000 years ago. Human history can only be traced back to 5,000 to 10,000 years. Why 50,000 years ago there was technology far beyond modern? Is there really a highly developed prehistoric civilization? There has been a lot of talk about Atlantis and Mu continent in the world. But why did they disappear without a trace? There is such a record in the Iowa prophecy. Human beings existed at the beginning of the universe. They are distributed over many planets. Humans on Earth migrated from other planets long ago. They will fall on Atlantis and Mu continent at that time. They have highly developed technology, but they have experienced large-scale nuclear wars, large meteorite impacts. There was also an artificial...
Arthur, that tells you how...
Okay, guys, if you're seeing this, this is gonna be a good one. You're gonna want to stick around till the end. Today, I want to talk about gravity. And when I say I want to talk about gravity, I want to talk about how fictitious, how gravity...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he one of my favorites, yo. That dude is so condescending, it makes no sense, bro. He's the definition of that. He's mastered that. But you want to know the kicker is, though? When I go to look for his videos, right? He's either got another channel or something like that because they keep deleting them. What is he doing wrong, though, in these videos where they keep deleting his stuff? You know? They only do that to people that's, like, telling the truth. If you own something, they gon', you know? Like the dude with the mermaids, like the young man that's showing people how to have free electricity in the backyards. The same things. You see the trend? You see the trend. The trend is your friend. That's what they saying like when you're investing. But look, it's not on here.
What we really need to talk about right now is this record-breaking heat wave going on in China. June 2022 was the beginning of the severe heat wave hitting China. And since then, it's done nothing but get worse. And so far, this heat wave has affected several regions in China. As of August, the heat wave is still going strong, shattering record-breaking numbers throughout the entire month. And on top of that, according to the CMA, the China Meteorological Administration, this is the worst heat wave for China in history. And it's only getting worse. As a result of the drought, farmers in China are suffering drastically. Damaged crops, wilted crops, unhealthy crops. There's so much lost food over the past 2 months. This record-breaking drought is completely ruining the farm life, and I don't know how much longer China can afford this. And it's all across the country. It's so bad. And then to top that off, another result of the drought is the Yangtze River drying up. If you don't know, the Yangtze River is the 3rd largest river in the world and the largest river in Asia. Also the largest in the world to flow completely through one country at 3,915 miles. So if that doesn't let you know how serious this drought is, then nothing will. No matter if you think global warming is real or not, the planet is heating up and we can't deny those facts. But this was the Yangtze River pre-drought. That's when a river as dependent on and as great as the Yangtze River starts to dry up, water shortages happen and things start to get crazy. Similar to other bodies of water when things start to dry up, the truth starts to come out. Over the past year, there's been a lot going on with China. From the prehistoric intact forest found in the giant sinkhole in southern China. Even yesterday with the giant rainbow cloud going viral, it was found in China. You have a trio of ancient Buddhist statues that was found under the Yangtze River. With that world-breaking drought happening in China, it reveals some history. And y'all see how big that river is, right? So just imagine what we could find in all these oceans. Like I always say, they say we discover 5% of the ocean, but the truth is that our history is beneath. We could talk about that another time. Let's get back to China. Like seen in the photo behind me, people have resorted to using umbrellas for shade, caves for cooling off. Entire restaurants have even moved their organizations into caving systems and World War II shelters to avoid the heat. Yes, it's that high. I agree with it 100%, and it's been going on for 2 months now, continuously. There's even been viral videos.
Like that right here is a bunch of stuff that matters, yo. Like, you remember when we were kids that they were talking about climate change and stuff like that, and we're currently living that shit. So whatever, I think it's karma, and everything, every action has a reaction too. It's all about feng shui and balance, man. We're not balanced enough, man. We've done so much pollution to our environment that you can see the physical things that are happening to us, to people's bodies. You're breathing in this air. Everything is affecting you on a, you know, on a cellular level. It's crazy.
30, a Chinese excavation campaign began in the mountainous region bordering Tibet, and archaeologists uncovered over 800 round disc stones, and these stones are said to be over 12,000 years old, with hieroglyphic inscriptions carved into them so small that you need a microscope to be able to even decipher them. And archaeologists also uncovered a complex cave system that had walls adorned with drawings and carvings of the moon, the sun, stars, mountains, and linked the earth with dotted lines to the sky, suggesting that this region is the crash site for extraterrestrial beings who got stranded on planet Earth over 12,000 years ago. Archaeologists also uncovered hundreds of bones of very small human-like figures who were up to 4 feet tall with abnormally large skulls, known as the Dropa people. And it's said that these mysterious Dropa people left messages on these Dropa stones to try to communicate with future generations of humans and explain why they were here, who they were, what their intentions were. But the Chinese government is hiding any and all evidence of this occurrence. And Chinese scientists tested these Dropa stones with an oscillograph, and they found a surprising oscillation rhythm, as if they had once served as electric conductors. Here's where it gets even crazier. At the time of this discovery, this cave area was still inhabited by a tribe of people who call themselves the Dropas. And to this day, scientists are incapable of classifying these people as being either Chinese, Mongolian, or Tibetan. And they are said to be 4 feet tall with a very distinct yellow skin that's very similar to one of the founding fathers of all of China, the Yellow Emperor. And according to Chinese culture, the Yellow Emperor was a godlike king. He was considered the son of the heavens, inventor of Chinese medicine, inventor of the compass, inventor of the calendar, and he was said to worship the sun, the moon, and 5 planets. And the craziest part is that the Yellow Emperor was said to reside in the same region where the Dropa stones were uncovered. So what if the Chinese people are actually direct descendants of a completely separate alien race? And what if the Chinese emperors had a direct bloodline to ancient alien invaders? And what if the Chinese government today has knowledge and information that could fundamentally change the entire world forever?
The man who flew over Antarctica for the first time had a message that he couldn't get through to us. This is Admiral Richard E. Byrd, and he flew over Antarctica for the first time, and what he saw was insane. He wrote down everything he saw in his journal, which was kept hidden for a long time until one day someone went into his old collections and found it there after he died. He wrote down that he was flying north, and what he saw was a mountain range. So he went over to it, and after he crossed it, he said he saw this green valley with like a river or a stream running through it. As he got closer, he said he saw forests on the side of the mountain, and he also wrote down there should not be any green land here. He even said the light was very strange there and he couldn't see the sun. He says he descends down and starts to see grass, and then in the distance he sees a huge animal. And at first he can't tell what it is, but as he gets closer, he claims he saw a mammoth. As he keeps flying, he sees building-like structures, and when he gets closer, he realizes it's a city. At this point, he was probably just in shock and disbelief because he said, this is impossible. Like, there's no way this is happening right now. He said he reported everything back to base camp. And from what I've read, he wanted to share it with us, but the government wanted him to keep it confidential, so he couldn't. But on his own time, Richard came up with the hollow earth theory, that there is civilizations in the earth. He thinks the North and South Pole lead to a civilization inside the earth. His journal went public in 1965, and now there's so many different theories about this. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it could be real, or do you think it was just a made-up story? Comment down below.
There will be a number of expeditions that will follow, I think, year after year, to the bottom of the world, because the government has really become interested.
Look, somebody was like, look, I'm not telling you to believe anything that's on these videos, but one thing that you should do before you start insulting people is do a little bit more research. And, you know, it's humbling. I get it, because I was like that too as well. So, you know, but one thing I can tell y'all is, look this shit up. What and use your common sense. Use your feelings, bro. We still have feelings that's tethered to this planet. We're from, look, man, plant your feet on the ground and get one with the earth, right? This really feel your senses of who you are. We can't agree on shit. These countries are blowing each other up, blowing up civilians left and right, right? We're supposed to be, you know, high intelligent beings, but we're blowing up innocent people, right? It's a distraction, because one thing that all these governments can agree on is that, nigga, we gon' fucking goddamn not fuck in Antarctica like that. We can all agree on that. They not blowing up Antarctica. Why not? Why ain't they fighting over that? Why are they fighting over bullshit? You gotta start asking yourself these questions, man. What's really going on? But they can agree on Antarctica. Have you been to Antarctica to see it yourself? Let's be honest. Most people that get on these videos and be trying to explain some shit across seas, you've never been out of your state. Most people never been out of their state, man. But I'm just saying, do research. Definitely do research. Don't believe everything you see here, though. I mean, it is what it is. I just want us all to get better.
So, you asked, are the Anunnaki really returning? When and what will happen to humanity? Like, what's the goal? Well,
what's up, David?
I got your answers right here. See that? The actual date is December 1st, 2022. Stop eating meat. Don't take the vaccine. Because there is a thing that the Anunnaki call contaminated. If you're contaminated, there's 3 levels of contamination. Low, medium, and high. Now, if you choose to discount information like this, then it is completely your fault. That's all I'm gonna say. It's your fault. But nevertheless, you can get the book off Amazon, and it is quite interesting. It'll give you more than just, you know, information on the Anunnaki returning to Earth. It'll give you information on the Greys, the agreements that they've had with the United States military for umpteen years, at least 60, 70 years. Not to mention the things that was happening before they came into an agreement. They was already abducting and taking people. They still are. But nevertheless, yes, they are really returning. They're the ones that created humans in the beginning. They are the ones that created this entire Earth. So, and real fast, you know, the U.S. government is so fucking arrogant. They came once to tell, I think in 2004, 2005, they had a secret meeting, and the meeting couldn't contain no Greys. They made that clear. Her name was Ambar Nashti. Her name was Ulima Ambar Nashti. She had a meeting with the government, and she told them that they need to stop this collusion with the Greys, and just basically giving them fair warning that they finna come cleanse the earth. And it's happening. It's gonna happen. And if you are too contaminated, the portals are gonna spit you right on out, and you won't be able to reproduce. So that's what that is. There's even more. There's a whole lot more. But yes, I thought I would answer this question up here.
Taking place at various ancient sites has been found anonymously uploaded to the internet.
Yeah, I ain't gotta be talking about that man forehead like that. I know, man, but damn, like I be trying to hold back sometimes. But yeah, I feel you though. I feel you. Look like a thumbprint though.
Internet. The footage begins with a battle that took place at the Chichen Itza pyramid. We then see another clip of crafts fighting at Uxmal. You can see some form of artillery or gunfire taking place in the top right corner. The most fascinating clip is this one from Machu Picchu, where there is a massive firefight. And something crashes at Stonehenge. Is this footage authentic? If it is, why was it covered up?
Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like that shit was Cap City. You know what I'm saying? We going to Liz to get us some more caps.
That's a UFO for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yo, it's like that thing they showed on.
Oh, whoa! What is that?
Nah, I won't say that's fake. I've definitely seen these, and they can't say they drones.
No.
I'll let you know if I think it's fake though. Don't mean I know 100%. Just an opinion.
I can see it now.
Helicopter. Now I wanted y'all to definitely see this bullshit right here though. Like, look, if y'all believe this, look, so we gotta have these in here for y'all just to know. This is a hell of a reach, but it's entertaining. First of all, y'all niggas ain't walking up on this little short, big head alien right here, bro. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, nigga. First of all, you gonna run. You gonna run. Don't go ahead. Don't lie to me. You gonna run, nigga. Like, you ain't doing it. He could be little as a motherfucker. You know, you gonna run. Stop. Especially black people. We don't even fuck with people, animals. We don't fuck with nobody. Dogs, cats, none of that shit. So you gonna walk up on an alien, though. I bet. I ain't gonna lie, one wrong move, I'm snuffing a nigga out. Like, real talk. Like, come in peace, me too. Mira, aléjate de eso. Look at this shit. Alien like, what's up, nigga? Alright, so I'm about to skip past this last little part, but look, people do anything, man, for the tube, you know. People do anything to get on social media, but it's okay though. We here for it though. We gonna cook that shit though. But I can't watch no more. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some badass acting. Like, that's worse than a BET movie. But I digress.
I want to know, but I think I know, because we didn't go there, and we did go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why. What's under the eyes?
It was in 2015 that I got an email from a man who introduced himself to me saying that he had been a naval flight engineer from 1977 to 1997, a 20-year career, of which a good part of it he was stationed with other naval people in McMurdo, the American base in Antarctica. And he remembered that around 1995 to 1997, that he and the crew would be in a big C-130, maybe a crew of 15, 17 people. And they often would have assignments where they would have to go from McMurdo, say, up to Pole, and then maybe over to the Australian camp at Davis on the east side of Antarctica, and that they would have navigation going to Pole. And when they went to Pole, that meant that they would have to cross over the trans-Antarctic mountains that go completely across, almost dividing the big continent of Antarctica. Well, as they would fly toward the pole, they would get to the same place every time, called the Byrd Moor Glacier. And half a dozen different times, they all saw this. There would be silver, glinting, circular craft. They would come up over the trans-Antarctic mountains. They would never cross over into the Byrd Moor Glacier. Almost they began to wonder, is there some territorial constriction here? But they would be in their C-130 and they would see the silver discs come together in pairs, stop midair, one take off, another go up, go down. But those silver discs never came toward the C-130, and they all began to notice as a crew that they never flew over that Byrd Moor Glacier, and they would joke and talk among each other, well, what do you think we've got here? These UFOs, are these extraterrestrials, and is somebody keeping them on that side of the Byrd Moor Glacier like a joke? But there came a moment in 95 to 97 where they got a call. It was a medvac, and it was somebody over in the Davis camp on the Australian Far East.
I don't know. Hey, look, but she telling it all, though. She telling it all. Like, I don't have no information on, like, what happened to her after this shit, but she telling it all. I got to look up them other pieces, you know. I seen another clip, but they had muted all the audio from it, so they're trying to stop her from saying something. But I played this clip because it's another person speaking about similar things that happened in Antarctica, and they were fighting and being attacked by something. But look, until I find it, you know, I'm gonna put it in another video. I'm gonna get it with the audio.
As far as alien craft, I started researching that, and 1 in 5 UFOs is water related. With 70% of the Earth covered by water, of course that's where they're going to hide. There's been craft coming in and out of the water in Michigan, the Great Lakes, off of Catalina Island, one of the most active areas in the Pacific coast right now. They had sightings actually at Avalon off of Catalina Island on July 8th, 1947. This is the same day that the Roswell Daily Record printed the Roswell crash. And I started doing some research, and they had several sightings a few days before and a few days after the Roswell crash. And this was off of Catalina Island. So these craft were coming in and
Y'all see that quality? That's a legit video right there. Y'all see how I hit that fucking water real quick? All right, I'm gonna try to get it. Whatever, but
some research, and they had several sightings a few days before and a few days after the Roswell crash, and this was off of Catalina Island. So these craft were coming in and out. In the 1990s, they had just almost a UFO flap of craft that were coming in and out of the oceans. These were being reported right off of Catalina Island, right off of the coast of California. Surfers were reporting craft. Surfers go out early in the morning. They're out with the crack of dawn before boats and everything else get out there. While they're watching for a wave, they've also seen craft coming in and out of the water. We have lakes all over the United States where craft come in and out. But what I'm really more interested in are the bases, the alien bases that they have underwater.
Some of y'all talking about, I seen somebody say that shit fake. Look, it's certain levels to certain shit that I can only say on here. Certain things I can say and I just can't. But y'all gotta get y'all, some of y'all gotta get y'all, you know, your heads from out your own hind part, man. Some of y'all became very flexible and you just reaching around and getting sniffing your own ass, man, because, you know, some primitive shit. Like, there is another world out here outside of your daily struggles and the fucked up shit you got going on in your head, you know. If you vibrating low, you ain't gonna be able to like understand a lot of this stuff. You're not gonna have an open mind. You're not gonna be receptive to information that could possibly save you. But that's on you though. Like I said, I'm here to have dope conversations and spread the word. If you ain't with it, look, man, I have no problems with telling you, man. Look, I love you, but you're wrong. It's okay though.
Are these celebrities, vampires, or elites part 2?
Waiting on this copyright. Let's get past that. I ain't gonna hit on that Michelle Obama thing no more. That's just weird for me. Hey, check this out though. Not that. We're not gonna play that, y'all. We're not gonna play that. You already know what that is. Calling her Michael and shit. Like,
I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? Just.
This doesn't seem like a joke to me.
They're in the room.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
That was my way of cueing you. Like, it's open dialogue.
Yeah. You want me to keep talking about it?
By all means, we can talk about anything.
But don't do it.
Seems a bit sus if you ask
No,
me.
of course. Offered time.
What's your
they get uncomfortable.
thoughts on the flat earth theory? This map was founded 1,000 years ago in a Buddhist temple, and there are loads of similar ones like it.
Is there any unexplored land left on this earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily.
Underwater is dope.
But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States. I think it's quite...
Hey, have y'all been seeing the moon come up? Like, and it's really, really fucking big, bigger than normal. I recorded it. I'm gonna show y'all too in one of these streams. Oh, I was looking at somebody comment. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff been happening. The moon came up and it looked like the sun in the middle of the night. I recorded it. I'm gonna show y'all. It's crazy.
Did Andrew Garfield just slip up about the Illuminati?
Answer to their most burning question. Are the Illuminati real? And if so, why haven't I been invited? Garfield, where are you? I know you know. I know you know.
Yeah, it was a blood moon the other night. Or like a week ago, maybe.
Wait, what? WTF?
Do you know of, there's a very famous painting that shows what appears to be men in crafts flying through the sky in the background of an ancient painting? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I actually have a page. One of the first pages I ever put on my website is like a bunch of these, because throughout history, there are these indications of ships, of craft.
But
like,
you know what the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's like, and
Yes.
it's that's the shape of it. It's also like a plate turned on its side, and then there's a person inside
Yes.
of it.
Yeah, man. It's
and
exciting.
it's flying through in that same. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, look
Yeah,
look
it's
how
incredible.
it's flying.
But you know, the thing is that everybody can say art. The one above that's pretty cool because that was a hidden thing. I've studied that one where it says Discovery 15th century. Above her left shoulder, there is an object, and if you really zoom in, look at the dude staring up at it. As a painter, my wife is a painter. Everything is intentional.
Which guy, where's the guy? The guy on the
right over there. It's pretty cool.
Looking up.
So I think that's 15th century. It said. So the problem with this, Joe, is
Go to the original one, the one that we just looked at, Jamie. The one right before that. Yeah, see, get a big picture of that.
Yeah.
That is so strange. Like,
Yeah,
here
man.
you got Christ being crucified, and then above him, UFOs. Like, is that supposed to be aliens, or is that supposed to be angels? Like,
Look at the people in the ship, though. Those some Negroids in there. Look at that. Hold on. Let me slide that over a little bit for y'all. Look at that. Got braids. Look at that. But all this, y'all know what that is. That's bullshit.
what is that supposed to be in these things that they have? It's real similar to what we're talking about here.
That's the argument of Miracle of Fatima, let's say. I mean, again, this is so speculative. We have a witness
Mhm.
here of, a pilot, but when you see something like the Miracle of Fatima, if you look at that...
What is the Miracle of Fatima?
God, that's that one that was, considered a real miracle by the church, and the three kids were getting messages, I'll get this all wrong, but for like months that they're going to be visited and to bring people, and bigger groups gathered to where there was over 100,000 people.
What year is this?
1917. So, dozens of thousands, if not hundreds, but dozens for sure, see an event, a mass sighting of something that happened. We're talking people that were religious, people that weren't religious, doctors at the time.
That's not a real image, is it,
No,
Jamie?
that one was doctored a little bit, so you could see like they're all looking at something.
But that's not real.
Yeah,
But that's
that
the
thing wasn't
but
really
that's the crowd, right? The crowd is real. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Picture the crowd
here's
is
the thing. People come out, something happened that was so intense. Some people thought it was religious, that it was a visitation, but other people saw it as technological, like something descended. Look into it. I'm just saying, art, pictures, like paintings we're talking about, man, you can interpret them all day. I can't hold on to that. I can hold on to an eyewitness with other eyewitnesses, with radar systems, and with video. We're in a different era now. We don't have to paint it, man. We get to see it. It's fascinating, man.
It is fascinating, but it's way more fascinating when someone like you talks about it versus some fucking random kook. That's what makes me incredibly interested, is just your credibility and the fact that this is not, you don't have a history of seeing wacky shit that other people don't see.
No, just this once.
But it's on video, and that there's other ones as well. It's really strange. And I've seen people try to explain it away, and what I don't like about when they explain it away or attempt to explain it away is that they're trying really hard. They're not going, who knows what this fucking thing is? They're not looking at it like cleanly. They're looking at it like a quote-unquote skeptic. I don't like the idea of being a skeptic. Not that I don't think you should be skeptical of certain things. I certainly think you should be, but there's a lot of people that brand themselves as skeptics. And I think it's a lazy way to look at things. I really do. Because I think you're just looking for the holes in things without looking at it objectively. If you wanted to be a scientist, if you wanted to be someone who is a fan of science, then you have to look at it as a thing. Like, look at this information and let's study this without any bias, any preconceived notions. I don't think they're doing that. They're looking at it and they're trying to find a way where they can justify that it's fake. And they're just doing all sorts of mental gymnastics to try to make it fake. That video that you show where that thing slips off to the left and takes off at incredible rates of speed, that alone should freak people the fuck out.
Yeah, well, I think because people confuse all the time, like we took the video. No, it was another crew that took the video. We watched it for 5 minutes with our eyeballs, and there was 4 of us. And we all have the same story. We all saw the same stuff. We all came back and looked at each other and scratched our head and said, WTF, serious? What was that?
I'm pretty sure all of us as kids has heard something bad about the sun. And standing in the sun too long is bad for you. Look into the sun, it'll blind you. Put sunscreen on to protect yourself from the sun. They got it all wrong. Embrace the sun, embrace the earth's energy, embrace the universe's energy. Let me show you how the sun does benefit you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, so obviously we're not looking to the sun at mid-daylight at 3 p.m. Sun gazing during sunset or sunrise is amazing and it benefits you in so many ways. For instance, if you're sick, and sunlight is essential to your recovery. And if you know, you know. You just stand in the sun, embrace it, embrace all of its positive energy. You'll literally feel the sun healing you, I promise. Along with all the healing properties that come with the sun, you have the spiritual benefits as well. Distant sun gazing also stimulates the pineal gland, then allows you to awake, allow you to have more vivid dreams, lucid dreams, you actually being in control of your dreams. By stimulating the pineal gland, it results in you breaking the threshold of limited thinking. Just being able to see everything for what it is. Can't no propaganda, no news media, anything affect your mindset. A person with a strong mind and strong spirit, you can't break them. Sun gazing is actually an ancient practice, just by the yogis and tribal people as well. I believe that sun gazing benefits your health, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And they couldn't be more right. With summer coming to an end, we're coming up to winter. And a lot of talking about winter actually not being natural to the planet. This topic got me hooked, but I do agree. Let me show y'all why. So boom, you got summertime, the trees blossoming, blooming to their fullest extent, supplying Mother Nature with all the essentials she needs. You have these trees during the winter. They don't look good, malnourished, bare, essentially providing a bare minimum for Mother Nature. With the sun not being as powerful and as present in the winter, people get sick, flowers die, trees die. There's a lot of deaths surrounding winter. To actually take into account how the planet reacts to the winter season, it's not too far-fetched to actually think that winter may not be natural. We all know about the weather machines. It made it snow in Texas that one time. Never rains in Texas, but they did not want Texas to become their own state. I know y'all remember that. So if you think about it, it won't be too far-fetched. Sun gazing is key. Embrace it. It's all the earth and the universe's elements. Make them your own and you'll start to feel the difference immediately, I promise. You know what y'all think in the comments?
No, we always gotta have one of those.
Yo,
even if it's not cold, even if it's cold outside, make sure y'all getting y'all sunlight. Just be that doesn't matter the weather, you know. Even when they talk about the solar radiation, it gets colder and that's the reason it's not that, man. Sun rays kills. It has nothing to do with the weather either. So that shit's still gonna fuck people up. So.
Been waiting to do this video for a long time, and now here it is. Let's get into it. Alright, so I got 3 theories about Area 51, and I want y'all to listen to all 3 of them. Tell me how y'all feel about them, and let me know if you ever heard these before. So first you got the original theory, the one that we all might have heard of. We all heard that Area 51 could be a holding spot for aliens and other species that occupy this planet. But Area 51 also provides a place for UFOs and aliens that coexist with the 1%. A place to be protected on Earth. It's also filled with private documents, world secrets, and information that is not accessible to the public. And you also have advanced technology that we have never seen and never will see, that was created as a result of the coexistence between the 1%, the elites, and these aliens. See, we all pretty much heard of that one. Let's move on to the next one though. Alright, see here you got theory 2. Theory 2 is with Area 51 being in connection with the hollow Earth. Alright, so in this theory, we are the actual aliens. Alright, so here in this scenario, we are the aliens, and Area 51 was created to keep us away from the actual civilization of Earth, inside of the hollow Earth. Yeah. Out of the 3 theories I'm presenting to y'all today, this one is the most furthest away from the truth. But y'all know, just like I do, we can't put nothing past this. Here go my favorite one, the 3rd theory. Me and conspiracies was sitting down and having a deep conversation, and we was actually the first to come up with this theory from what I heard of. Alright, so now we got the 3rd theory. Third theory is the Bermuda Triangle, along with all the other Area 51s all across the world, are connected into the hollow Earth. Or that these Area 51s have technology to access other dimensions. I probably didn't even know that there was Area 51s all around the world, but here they are. Just show y'all a few. India got their own Area 51. Of course, Antarctica has its own Area 51. And Australia has its own Area 51 as well. I believe that in some sort of way, all 3 of these theories are the complete makeup of Area 51. Time travel, dimensional travel, aliens, UFOs, everything is stored there. And if y'all remember, just a few months before the pandemic hit, everybody was talking about storming Area 51. Y'all remember? I don't know how scared y'all had them. Y'all don't know how much power y'all had in that moment. Even with everybody joking, some people were serious, but y'all do not understand how much power y'all had. I believe that was part of the reason for the shutdown, because they were so scared that y'all was going to actually raid Area 51. If the raid was successful, we would have opened a whole world of secret. Over 500,000 people signed a petition to join in the Storm Area 51 raid. Yes, they was nervous, and yes, we all thinking the same thing. It's not just a regular testing site. Y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all think in the comments, and let me know which theory best suits what you think.
You know what's crazy about that shit is though? Like, I know some of y'all probably at the crib high right now. Y'all probably like, I'm the alien? Yes, nigga. But the thing is, look, storming Area 51, I don't recommend that, doing that type of shit right there, because look, man, look, I don't know if any of y'all was on the bandwagon with that, but I say this, that's not, remember, I used to be on the other side of this thing, that's not the best thing to do. I'm just gonna let you know that. Because then people gonna have to start making decisions when you cross that line, them warning signs, and then shit can get a lot different when metal start flying. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, why would you do that? Especially I ain't gonna be the first 1,000 to run up there. Like, y'all getting mowed down. I'm gonna be real with you. Nigga, you probably ain't gonna make it. Alright? Storm that shit if you want to. Woo! So, I'm trying to give my friends some help. Yo, we family. I gotta keep it real with y'all. It's not as good as it sounds. Probably not gonna make it.
Let me tell you, what they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and then they be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person. Before you get in, you gotta give us your phones and all this shit, and then they might do some gay shit to somebody, and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, we gonna post it everywhere. It was Bella Thorne party, so I got invited from some other friends. Oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my motherfucking phone in. I don't give a fuck who you is. It could be Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. And then you gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like, what? This is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went, I called my Uber and left.
I don't know how to feel when she be talking, but she seemed cool though. She seemed cool. But hey man, they be yeah.
I have found in my research in preparation for this court and all of the work that will follow that most organizations that end up being used to prey on children, Oxfam is a recent example, all of the United Nations organizations, the Boy Scouts of America, all of the child services agencies across the United States of America, they did not start out as organizations to prey on children, but they attract pedophiles. And ultimately, pedophiles end up rising in the ranks and controlling those organizations, so that an organization that initially started out in the service of children becomes an organization that is in fact hunting children. And one of our distinguished commissioners has written an absolutely wonderful book called Child Hunters, which I recommend to all of you as a brief on this. Now, it's not my working assumption, but the working assumption yet to be proven that the totality of the children disappearing worldwide is toward 8 million people, toward 8 million children. In the United States of America, the acknowledged number, not counting the children being bred without birth certificates, not counting the children being imported without documentation, is between 600 and 800,000 a year. Now imagine Africa and East Asia and all these other locations. I personally believe that the number we want to try to document is rising well beyond the official figures, and we have yet to learn what the actual number is, okay? The other working assumption is how long do these children survive within this system? What I am hearing from the witnesses that I've talked to is 2 years. It may be longer. It may be 4 years. It may be 6 years. But by and large, these children are so abused. I mean, we're talking rapes by the hour and so forth, that they...
Yeah, I'm gonna cut this part right here. That should get dark. That should get dark right there. But yeah, what's timestamp is this? It's 1:35. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut that part out. I was watching it. I'm just watching this shit like, wow. Like every time you see something like that, it just, you know. And they have meetings and stuff. And, like this is stuff that's already on the internet though, so they shouldn't come here with nothing. But you know, it's important for us to keep our, you know, keep in tune with what's going on right in front of our faces. See, a lot of these videos are used for these type of purposes, just to let you know. Just because you don't, in your daily life, you don't hear nothing about it, don't mean these things aren't going on and it's not a big thing. And it, you know, people don't start thinking about it until it affects you personally. Like, oh, this happened to me or somebody I know close to me. We should be more aware of like certain things that matter.
Sees what happens. They take shape. They take form.
Is the United States a corporation? Now I'm going to respond to this comment that Miss Erin McCulley.
Yeah, because I had to stop it because they were saying the R word and stuff. Can't do that on YouTube.
Commented on one of my videos. She said that the government is a corporation, that a law dictionary is the rule of the land, that people can't opt out of taxes, licenses, laws, etc. And to give better context and background information, she first said this: the ideas shared in the sovereign citizen movement have been tried repeatedly in court and continuously fail. There is no legality to any of this. So I asked her, what are these ideas you speak of? And that's the response that she gave right here. So let's talk about the government being a corporation, because it is a corporation, and that's easily provable. Book reference: Body Politic or Corporate, a social compact by which the whole people covenants with each citizen, and each citizen with the whole people, that all should be governed by certain laws for the common good. A term applied to a corporation, a county, municipality, a state or nation or public associations. Now this social compact by which the whole people covenants with each citizen and each citizen with the whole people, that's called the Constitution. And the Constitution in American law is the written instrument agreed upon by the people of the Union or of a particular state as the absolute rule of action and decision for all departments and officers of the government in respect to all the points covered by it, which must control until it shall be changed by the authority which established it, and in opposition to which any act or ordinance of any such department or officer is null and void. So just those two definitions alone proves that the United States is a corporation. But let's go even further. Let's read what the United States Supreme Court has to say in United States versus Maurice, and this is May of 1823. Now listen to what Chief Justice Marshall had to say. The United States is a government and consequently a body politic and corporate, capable of attaining the objects for which it was created by the means which are necessary for their attainment. This great corporation was ordained and established by the American people and endowed by them with great powers for important purposes. And once again, body politic or corporate is a state or nation. So if you said the United States is a nation, it's a body politic or corporate. Next, let's go to the U.S. Supreme Court and United States versus Tenji. It is an incident to the general right of sovereignty in the United States being a body politic may, within the sphere of the constitutional powers confided to it and through the instrumentality of the proper department to which those powers are confided, enter contracts not prohibited by law and appropriate to the just exercise of those powers. Next, let's go to this 1894 New York Court of Appeals case. The United States is a government and body politic and corporate ordained and established by the American people acting through the sovereignty of all the states. So I hope that clears up any misconception or miseducation that you have pertaining to the United States not being a corporation, because as we just saw, it is a corporation. But since we're here, y'all go check her art out on her TikTok page. Peace.
Message. Real shit.
This is the Euphrates River in 2020. And this is the Euphrates River now. So why is this the most searched term for Christians right now? And what on earth is this bizarre discovery that locals have found on the riverbed? Well, strap on your seatbelts because I'm about to take you on a very, bumpy ride. Over 2,000 years ago, the Bible predicted that this vast river, 1,700 miles long and 1.7 miles wide, would totally go bone dry. And when this happens, something dreadful, something terrible is going to happen. The Bible says, "Then the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, so that the way of the kings from the east might be prepared." Or in other translations, the way of the kings of the rising of the sun might be prepared. Did you catch that? The Bible says that when this natural barrier, when the Euphrates dries up, an army, the kings of the rising of the sun, will begin marching. Now, I'm not going to tell you which country I think it is, just in case I'm wrong, but let me give you a clue. Which country is from the east, and which country, as I read this Bible verse, here's the big clue, which country has the manpower to source an army this large? The Bible says now the number of the army of the horsemen was 200 million. In a moment's time, I'm going to show you this unforgettable footage of the Euphrates, but first you need to know what is so special about this river. The Euphrates River was actually the boundary to the Garden of Eden. The Euphrates River was also the boundary that was given to Abraham when he was proportioned an amount of land by the Lord. And the Euphrates River is the area where Nimrod founded the religion of Babylon, where that Tower of Babel was built as an affront against the Most High God. So remember this, the Euphrates River is located in an area where many of the key events of the Bible have taken place. And the Bible says that when these waters are scorched, an army of 200 million will begin marching from the east. Now, just think about this for a moment. John the Apostle, who penned these words, when he was writing down about this prophecy that would happen, there wasn't even 200 million people on all of the face of the earth. And yet, the atheist tells me today that the Bible is only relevant for the people back then. Thousands of years on, the Bible has no relevance to us. Will you explain that to me, Mr. Atheist? But just when you thought this prophecy could not get any more terrifying, listen to this. The Bible says, "Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." So the 4 angels who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year were released to kill 1/3 of mankind. I've actually heard some people say that this bizarre footage that I'm about to show you is a recording of these fallen angels. I'm not so sure about that, but I do know one thing. This river certainly holds many spiritual secrets, and when this river dries up, 4 angels who once shared heaven, 4 angels who've been chained under the surface of this water for thousands of years, 4 angels who've had the longest jail sentence will one day be released, and when they are free, it will not be very pretty for mankind. Why is it so bad? Because when these 4 angels are released, they will be the captain of this huge eastern army, and the Bible says they will be given the power to wipe out 1/3 of all of mankind. So if we add up all of the judgments in Revelation, all of the terrible things that are going to happen in the tribulation so far, that means that 50% of the population will be gone. And if that was to happen right now today, that would mean that over 4 billion souls would be eliminated practically overnight. I wonder now, is anybody pondering the same question that I am? Who are these 4 fallen angels? What is their identity? Well, personally, I believe these are the same fallen angels that are described in the book of Jude. These are the same angels who are talked about in 2 Peter chapter 2, who went in because they saw that the daughters of men were beautiful. They went into those women and they had wicked, evil relationships. And from these relationships came these hybrid creatures, which you know I've talked about in great detail in this video here. And then, because God saw this, he was angry with the sons of men, so he flooded the earth. But what did he do with these angels? Well, the scripture says he put them in chains of gloomy darkness. What was the reason for it? Because they left their boundaries. And what does the river Euphrates represent? Boundaries. So could it be the gloomy darkness that these fallen angels are trapped in is below the dark waters of the Euphrates? And when that water is dried up, they will be free, and they've had a lot of time to think. They've had a lot of time to get bitter, and when they're released, mankind will see the wrath of these angels.
Wake the
Put some 3s in the chat if y'all believe that. Put 9s in the chat if you think it's cap. Cap 9. 3s. You know what it is. Let me see. Yeah, we got a little bit. We got a few more. Damn. Y'all turning up. It's a lot of 3s. I think the 3s is the 3s is overwhelming the 9s right now. Y'all getting y'all ass whooped right now. Just severely, just damn. Them 3s going crazy. Y'all getting them hands put on y'all right now, literally. Niggas just Nigga 3. Nigga 3. Niggas in 9s like, hold up now. Oh man, I love y'all, man. Look, I love y'all. Love y'all. This is lit. I'm gonna keep going though.
Yo, TikTok. Alright, yo. So this shit about to get real fucking interesting, bro. Don't even ask me no questions, bro. Just watch, alright? The original times, bro. Just to make sure we know what we working with. Hey, let me show y'all some shit, bro. Nizzy Lord got the best fucking TikTok, bro. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, bro. Well, let me show y'all something else that was very interesting that I seen in this job. Let's go to the fucking definitions. Matter of fact, they might be in the very beginning.
Honestly, I didn't even know they had books like
What I'm saying, it's been said already, okay? I know that. I'm not creating any new knowledge that the black community doesn't already know. I'm the first one to admit it, yes. What I'm saying is already been said. It's just maybe from a different point of view. And maybe has a slight little twist to it. So that's what I'm doing, okay? I don't mean to disrespect anyone. I don't mean to, be any which way preachful at all. Because I'm not. I'm just sharing a point of view for my fellow man. What I was hearing in my videos that I was posting is the black community, they know all this already. It's been said over and over again, but they're not coming together. They won't come together. It's too hard to come together. So I read the comment over and over again that you guys know everything that needs to be done, but no one is going to do it. And I humbly have one suggestion right now. This is what I'm thinking. If you don't agree with Nike and Adidas and their cancel culture and their double standards and what they're doing to Kanye and to Adidas, you don't have to burn your shoes. You don't have to burn your Nike clothes. What you can do and what I can do, we can mark that Nike with an X. We can mark that Adidas with an X. Okay? So that sends a statement. When everyone sees that, they know what's up. You're not wasting those shoes. You're actually sending a message with that mark. You could even put freaking blue tape or red tape over it, and that's gonna send a message. I think it's also important for us to realize we as parents are the ones buying these shoes for the kids. We have to stop doing that. We have to explain to the children, to the kids, why we're not buying it. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3 is this. This is a little bit more controversial, but I believe there needs to be some sort of public shaming. When I say shaming, everyone does it in a different way. We could say several different things. Hey, you support Adidas, you support cancellation. You support Adidas, you support them canceling. Yay. So we can create a public shaming. When I say shaming again, it's a different level. You don't want to start anything, make anything crazy because people want to fight back and push back. But I'm saying first you put an X on your Nike, your Adidas, you show people.
Look, a lot of y'all like, put an X on my Nikes. You know? Look, how many of y'all voted? How many of y'all voted? I want to see how y'all really feel. Because I'm going to have a lot to say after this. But yeah. Would you put an X? Would you put an X on it? And would you stop buying those?
Have y'all seen the movie The Conspiracy? It was made in Canada because it's banned in the United States. Y'all want to know why? Just keep watching. Now, the movie starts off with this man called Terrence G. He had a wall full of notes of him connecting dots that no one else could see.
Society's been constructed in a way to keep people asleep, to keep them in debt, to keep them feeling powerless, conditioned to deny what's right in front of its eyes. Which is what? That we're slaves.
If y'all want more, or if you want me to continue the story, like and follow for part 2.
Did you know that Egypt has 118 pyramids? But did you know that America has over 2,000? This conspiracy theory is guaranteed to blow your mind. It states that the Grand Canyon is a path to Egypt, and that's because there's pyramids, hieroglyphics, mummies, and tons of other Egyptian artifacts were found, and all the areas that are marked off actually mimic Orion's belt, and all the main points are named after Egyptian gods. And some of the biggest pyramids around the world and in the United States are actually hidden under mountains. Go ahead, look it up. The majority of the pyramids really start picking up along the eastern part of America, which according to this map of what America really is, that's all ancient Mesopotamia and Babylon, which makes sense why you find all these ancient hidden civilizations in the eastern parts of America. And why you have all these obelisks, because America is the real Egypt, and they've just been lying to you. What do you think?
Hey, that's crazy though. If you think about it, like, come on, man, we've been doing these videos for some time now. I'm looking at this poll right here. It seems like a lot of people that's in this chat right now, y'all afraid to vote on this. It ain't gonna show your name when I reveal the the results. It ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gotta be scared. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna put y'all on game. I'm gonna put y'all on game right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I'm gonna put y'all on game. Like, these brands and stuff, I get it. You like your brands or whatever, but you can go to Walmart and get the same shirt that you get from the Nike store. I'll be real. Like, they all use the same people. It's got a different name on it. You can get a printing machine, or you can get a sewing machine. You can actually invest in and start your own. You can wear all your own shit. You can wear your own shit. You can source out your materials and make your own brands. That's the power of, like, especially people that's very fashion friendly. Like, they're fashion forward. You always ahead of the curve on fashion and stuff. Why not? Why keep wearing other people's stuff? Why not be a creator? Be a creator of your own destiny too, as well. Because it's a lot of y'all that's out here that's not like living to your full potential. Real talk. Hey, y'all go ahead and smash that like button. What we got, like 5,100 people in here, 5,200, 5,600. But yeah. You can make your shit could be the next one to pop. You see it's happening. Look, Ye Now he gonna be starting to sell his shit for like $24 on his own, just all straight to him. You ain't gotta go through nobody else but him, directly to him. He was trying to get out of those contracts so he can do his own thing. When he found out that you know, people was making billions off of him and he was only getting millions. If that, and he was at one point where he was like 400-something million in debt. That shit crazy. You voted. Y'all still talking about the mic? Whatever. I checked out the audio, and I looked from my phone and I sound good. So I got some cheap headphones. It's okay though. That's on you. Nah, I ain't gonna say that was the way to do it. Who was it? I mean, but I'm not the one to tell him the way that he gonna do something. Look, that was on him. I don't like burning bridges and like offending people for no fucking reason, you know. But it's a way that you can go about things a lot differently. I ain't big on bullying people, and I ain't big in stuff like that. I'm cool on that. Yeah. My bad. Some of y'all still watching my videos on cricket phones. Y'all niggas still playing Snake or something like on that motherfucker. Like, stop. Chill. Hey, man, I love y'all. I still roast you, though. You feel me? Y'all niggas don't be pulling up on me at airports and shit like, hey, nigga, you was talking about my headphones, cuz? Like, look, man, I ain't got time for that, all right? I got time for you to be mad over something petty now. I don't want to be having beefs in different cities because niggas mad at me because I'm talking about their cellular devices and shit. Whatever. Your phone costs 30. Look, I'm a bargain shopper too. I don't care. Look, I'm a bargain shopper. Real talk. Yeah, he tried to shame. Yeah. Nah, y'all be missing the message, but I ain't here to decode everything. Said play a video. Damn, that's all I'm here for. Damn, play. Look, I'm about to go stand your ass in the corner. Like, who's you? We done been on here for like 2 hours. That's gonna be, that's gonna be it. Talking about play a video. Nigga, shut up. Keenan, appreciate you. Yeah, I'm cheap as hell. Especially like on me, I don't buy myself nothing, but it seems like, I make sure everybody else good. Because I'm simple. Like, yeah, I can walk in any store and get me something. Like, I get me a little cheap little t-shirt here. You'll never know it though. Oh yeah, I'm looking at y'all comments. Y'all say I like when I talk. Look, I'm trying to reply back to some of y'all if y'all saying something. I appreciate it. Yeah, but you niggas with y'all androids better leave me alone. I appreciate you, Ivy. Great show. I'm gonna have more for y'all tomorrow though too. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm about to when I get off of here, I'm gonna probably work on some music. I got some stuff on my mind. come out with a diss track for you niggas with these androids. I'm gonna diss you niggas. Y'all better stop playing with me. I'm gonna drop a diss track on y'all. Better stop. I'm remembering names and shit too, so I'm a name dropping that motherfucker too. But still, they don't give y'all permission to be trying to pull up on me and shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna cook something up though. I got a lot of energy. I know I'll be what they say? Yeah. He said, "Fuck Apple. Look, man, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Stop. Come on. Really? Have you? Come on now. You can't have an Android and you have to look at an Apple phone and be like, oh, this is not a good phone. Nigga, stop. 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 No, you never did that. Hell nah. Y'all cat. Let's tell the truth though. Let's tell the truth. I'm gonna say something nice about y'all phone, and then y'all can say something nice about the iPhone. That's how we can do this. So we can start the healing process, okay? Alright, so y'all got some they've been doing a good job with y'all camera. You notice how I say little cameras and stuff like that to try to belittle y'all stuff? So say something nice about Apple now. That's how it's gonna work. Y'all ain't saying nothing nice. Guess we're going back to war then. You know what? Your little ass camera. The camera is the phone feel like plastic. I like quality. You know what I'm saying? Look at this motherfucker. Stop playing with me. The truce is over. The truce is over. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. This right here is the original. This right here is the original. Everybody else is just a copy. They were doing this shit first. So whenever you see this, have some respect, okay? We can FaceTime and stuff. Our messages don't turn green. We better than y'all. We better than y'all. Stop. You said it ain't all that? Nah, it's whatever you use it for, though. It's whatever you use it for. I might get a sidekick, though. I think those are cool. I'm that type of person. I don't care. Yeah, y'all got a copy of this joint, but it's okay, though. Y'all camera's pretty good. I like the way it look. I'm into taking pictures and stuff like that. So, y'all cameras is pretty dope, though. Everything got its pros and its cons. But it do feel cheap though. Y'all should be feeling cheap though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like. I'm cheap, but I don't. You know how I'm cheap as hell, but I'm gonna buy something that don't feel cheap. That's me. It gotta be some type of quality, you know. No, we ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna drop some music. I'm gonna go create some more stuff. You said stop the cap. Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna get off here though. Love you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be dropping some more videos tomorrow. Like I said, we're gonna do another live too. But yeah, it's always a good time on here. Nothing but good vibes. Make sure y'all smash that like button. That's how we get these videos out here. Share if y'all want to, you know. But liking that motherfucker is free. It's free, you know. But look, I appreciate y'all. Always a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Come with some better jokes tomorrow for me because I'm going to roast y'all again. I'm tired of y'all playing with me.